In the shadows of prosperity, a hidden problem persists. Human lives are being traded like goods, dreams taken away for profit. This is the stark truth of human trafficking, the untold chapters of Malaysia's narrative. Today, we confront the pressing issue of human trafficking in Malaysia. The 2023 Trafficking in Persons report by the U.S. Department of State has spotlighted this deeply rooted problem. While Malaysia has upgraded from Tier 3 to Tier 2 on the watch list, persistent trafficking cases question the effectiveness of governmental initiatives. Join us in this gripping exploration as we delve into the shadows of prosperity, exposing the real beneath Malaysia's progress. Our mission is to dissect the background, legal framework, and the harrowing experiences of victims, unveiling the untold chapters of our nation.
Human trafficking and illegal migration in Malaysia are not isolated incidents but part of a larger regional crisis fueled by economic disparities, political instability, and weak law enforcement. These factors contribute to the country's role as a hub for these activities. Malaysia's higher standard of living also attracts migrants, often leading to illegal migration and vulnerability to exploitation.
The International Organization for Migration notes that undocumented migrants are particularly susceptible to exploitation, remaining invisible to authorities and at the mercy of exploitative employers. Now, the hidden natures of these crimes makes accurate data challenging to obtain, but the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime suggests that thousands are trapped in forced labor in Malaysia, with actual numbers being likely higher due to underreporting. Now, the COVID-19 pandemic has worsened the situation, leaving many migrants stranded and more vulnerable. Now, to address these issues effectively, Malaysia needs a comprehensive strategy that includes both domestic actions and international cooperation. Now, the key to this strategy is strengthening the legal framework, particularly the Anti-Trafficking in Persons and Anti-Smuggling of Migrants Act 2007, with strict penalties and corruption-free enforcement as recommended by Anti-Human Trafficking International Organization. Now, enhancing interagency collaboration is equally vital, with a focus on forming a specialized task force to improve victim identification and victim support, in line with UNODC guidelines. Now, improving border security with advanced surveillance technology will help monitor illegal migration routes. Now, integrating these diverse strategies and learning from international organizations, Malaysia can significantly bolster its fight against these human rights issues.
As we continue our exploration into the complex issue of human trafficking, please turn your attention to this impactful section, the survival stories. In these brief moments, we'll share glimpses of incredible strength, resilience, and triumph against unimaginable odds. These stories remind us that behind every statistic is a person, and is a survivor.
Now, I would like to delve into an example of two Malaysians and their terrific experience being human trafficked. The Hafiz and Siafinas found themselves trapped in Myanmar for months after falling prey to a job scam. Now, without passport, they were told to travel by car with the traffickers, only to realize their deception and to reach the border of Thailand. A dream for a better life turned into a nightmare. Now, in Thailand, the job ticket set an impossible daily earnings target, imposing punishments for non-compliance. The punishments included eating pork and rice. Now, Shafina's being forced to having the fear of being raped shared the horrific reality of having these key performance indicators dangling over their head.
Next is the story of Alochak Dulal, a 35-year-old teacher from Nepal who sought the exclusive promise of success. Driven by dreams of success, Dulal fell prey to a fraudulent job guarantee after a 6-month cruise course offered by an education consultancy in Malaysia. Little did he know, this dream would turn into a nightmare. Before receiving the job, he had to pay a consultancy fee of $6,000. And upon arrival, traffickers confiscated Dulal's passport, stripping him of basic human rights. Forced to work in restaurants for minimum wage, he faced life-threatening messages when seeking to return home.
Now, failing to combat human trafficking not only perpetuates suffering, but also challenges the moral fabric of society that allows for such violent perpetrations. Not only that, but the human trafficking industry generates illicit profits that fuels corruption, organized crime, and further hinders sustainable economic growth, innovation, and stability.
As we wrap up, it's clear that Malaysia is dealing with some tough issues like illegal entries, corruption, and they're seriously affecting people's lives. While there's been progress, there are still some ethical concerns hanging in the air, calling for a deeper, more thoughtful approach beyond just making more. We've got to dig in the real reasons behind these problems, like job losses and economical struggles. Putting education front and center, giving people the tools that they need, and respecting everyone's rights are the key steps to making a difference. Yes, it's not an easy journey, but let's work together to create a Malaysia where everyone's well-being is a top priority. Thank you for your time and commitment to make a future that's fair and better for all of us.